So the morning started out, I'd been on the road about 20 or 30 minutes and looked down and noticed I didn't have my phone with me. I had to turn all the way around and go back home and get it. This is in the town of Lake City before I get on I-75 to head south. It's pretty early in the morning. It's probably about 7 and some change at that point. The sun's kind of just coming up. I actually put a GoPro mount on the dash of my truck to try and get the sun as it was coming up. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out very well. I had a lot of shit on my windshield. You can see some water drops and stuff there. And then I kind of got bored and I decided to turn the camera mount around to myself and talk into it, because it's about a 2-hour drive and I had nothing better to do.
Okay, since we're at the town live up now, I figured I'd turn the camera around and talk to it because I'm driving and I'm almost on the phone. So I'm going to show you all what we have on the menu. There's a few things here. And some Walmart, and I got some drive if I need. They're legal in all states, I'm sure. Got some lovely bananas here. Organic pigs. Love pigs. I'm driving my knee with this little thing picture all the time. I've also got, these are my favorites, brown shrimp, wild caught boneless, skinless sardines, and olive oil. They're pretty nutritious. They don't have very many carbohydrates. Good stuff. I've got 4 cans of those. So between that, bananas, and pigs, I think I should be good for a couple days.
I'm on 75 now. I'm actually getting ready to exit off onto Highway 200 south in Ocala. That's where I get off to go to Hernando. This is just coming off the road, going up into there to where we park at.
How do you feel?
Nice one! There goes the helmet! Whoa! Watch out! Watch out! Matt got really lucky on that one. He was almost pinned between the bike and the tree. Luckily, he was able to get out of the way of it.
Oh, you got it perfect, dude.
And the tree saved your life!
It was kind of funny. Mike was recording on his iPad, and we were actually able to watch the whole thing back, like right where we were all standing there.
Hey, the chainsaw.
Put that on YouTube.
Is it sweet?
Were you watching that?
Play.
No.
Oh!
There you go.
It kind of goes without saying, but until you've been there and actually seen what this looks like in person, the video cameras just do not capture the steepness of it at all. Jerry could have went up this thing straight if he wanted to at any time, but he kept trying to weave around through the trees to make it more difficult for him. This was actually the first trip out with my new 10-over swing arm, and it's like cheating now, honestly. Next! This is another one of those hills that's really deceiving. It's long and the dirt is so soft and powdery, there's just like no grip. These guys are running 10 paddle ripper tires and they just can't get the grip. It's crazy.
That sucks.
His front tires got up here. That counts.
After a few runs up this hill here, the ruts got so deep from the paddle tires. They're probably 8 to 10 inches deep. You just about drag whenever you start. It makes it a little bit of a challenge to make sure you don't get crossed up in the rut. This was an interesting hill. I'd seen this early in the day, and I'm like, let's try to make one there. It was basically about a 5-foot straight up shelf that you had to go up, and then it was like an old washout I kept trying to go up. The bike kept getting hung up in the corner because it was off camber and just dragging over there.
You got to that wall and it just dug in and sat there and spun.
A smidge more momentum, you would have had it,
Russ normally rides a stock length 250R, and I'd given him a chance to ride my 250R with the 10-over. He really liked it. This is Jerry Jr. on my 250R. I've been trying to get him to ride the 3-wheel a little bit more, see if I can get him to trade in his Banshee for it. I think I'm starting to get him hooked. Second trip back down in November, he told me that after this first one that we did earlier in the month, that the whole entire week after he was looking on Craigslist trying to find a 250R. I think it's working. This is kind of a good area too. You can actually see how steep some of the hills are by looking at the bottom and the angle of that. It's hard to capture that sometimes. Jerry was riding my 250R because a little while ago the lower ball joint went out on Banshee while he was riding. So while we were waiting on somebody to come back with a rope, I let him ride the R a little bit. And again, this is a good angle. You can see over my right shoulder where the guy just came down on the blaster. You know how steep the hills actually are. I mean, they don't look like it in the videos face on, but when you get to the sides of them, I mean, there's definitely some depth and some height there that that you don't see from other angles. There's a lot of roots at the bottom of that hill, and when I first got going, I wasn't sure I was going to make it. I had to kind of wiggle the ass into the bike a little bit to make it catch enough traction to really catch. I was a little bit worried there for a little bit, but it did finally catch on and it climbed on up, obviously. Still not real sure what happened here. I've watched this video 15 or 20 times, and it looks like I just was too close to the corner. A tree limb or a vine or something grabbed my clutch and pulled it in, and the bike went one direction and I went the other. If anybody who watches this and figures out and can tell me what happened other than that I'm a dumbass, let me know. They run better when the tether switches in them too. This was a nasty, nasty hill. We looked at this earlier in the month and nobody would try it. Then Jerry Sr. finally decided he wanted to try it this trip. It's basically like a 10 or 12 foot wall at the bottom, and then you've got a long pull top once you're on the second layer.
I get there at the bottom of it.
I guarantee you,
fuck.
maybe that's the difference. That's why you're better than us, because I look at it from the bottom, I go, oh crap.
Yeah.
I look at it from up here, I go, oh, that's no, when you're down at the bottom, you look at this, the elevation doesn't, you can't see the true elevation here. All you see is a slant.
Bullshit.
When you're at the very bottom.
My ass fucker. I'm there now. Sit there and look at that bottom of it.
Fuck you, retarded. Okay, come here. I want you to stand right here. Look at
right here. I'm still saying, hey, he's fucking retarded. Look, I tell you right now. Yeah, you're fucking retarded. That's bad either way you look at it, bro. I don't give a damn what you see.
This doesn't look as bad now from the top. Because
It's getting ate away.
Jerry, it's worse than when you started. Because this is now starting to get here.
Yeah.
But down there is looking more pushing.
Well, because more of the dirt has fell from the top down, but
They like jumping straight up the top.
nice! This is the same hill Jerry was trying earlier in the month. It's so soft and powdery he just couldn't make it. We'd gotten some rain and he finally had enough traction to do it.
Nice!
He would have made it, but they were trying to clear a tree out of the way at the top earlier, and the bike just basically got hung up on it. He was pretty much there, though. This was bad. The bike actually hit Jerry in the back of the neck, like right underneath the helmet. We think it was a foot peg or something, and he kind of got away from the bike and went down to the bottom of the hill, and then he was laying there and wasn't hardly moving. We were a little bit scared at first, but he was fine. He actually got back on the bike and was getting ready to hit it a second time. Here you go. Lost count of how many tries it took and how many people he dusted, like poor Alan there, but he finally made it to the top.
Y'all took it for the team!
That's right. You go, baby. That's my boy.
This isn't the same hill. This is actually right next to it. In fact, if you looked over my left shoulder as I was rolling back, there was tracks where Jerry was trying. This was still steep, but it's not near as bad as that crazy thing. This is kind of a victory for me to make it up this thing, because I tried several times before with my 6 over arm and never made it. So, made it look easy with the 10, but I've been trying to get up that one a long time. powdery dry hill. I just lost traction. The bike wasn't even really trying to wheelie. I just quit moving. I'm looking straight up here whenever I roll back because that's basically where the top of the hill is. You see under my helmet. That's basically the angle I'm looking at to see the top. A lot riding on the trails, like back and forth to the truck and where we park at the different numerous pits, but it kind of just ended up wasting card space, so I don't do that very often anymore. But trails are particularly washboardy and whooped out. I guess some of you guys aren't familiar and haven't seen the floor to sand whoops we get down here, so I turned the front mount back on and figured I'd leave it recording the whole way in a trip back to the truck. And particularly when we get to a place where the railroad right away and the power line right away, you can see how whooped out it is and how much you have to stay up off the bike and really working back and forth and how much it throws you around. Pretty lazy through here. It's pretty smooth. I can just kind of sit on the seat and not have to do very much, but it gets rough up here in a little bit. Keep watching. I've been asked why I stand a lot when I ride whenever I go to other areas. It's because this is basically what 99% of our trails and riding areas like down here in Florida. It's all staying whooped out. You have to stay on your feet and let your legs soak up and take the bumps or you're going to basically get bucked off. I mean, you have no choice except for to stand up and let your legs soak everything up as they come up to you. Are you sick yet?
It's the wrong side. But you see,
the only thing different we think
the
is the
shock
position
mount.
of the shock mount.
The shock mount is
Okay, yeah. I can see it's a little bit to one side here. So you're thinking
We're hoping that the geometry is the same.
okay. Where you can...
It's just a shot. We won't know till we try it. Maybe he's missing it.
There's no boxes in it.
She ain't there.
Hey, if it don't work, I know where the parts are at.
Them guys parked by the road.
Yeah, somebody's face.
Yeah, the Banshee. They pulled one in, didn't they?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
blew it up at the bottom
I
of the
don't
hill.
matter. I'm gonna go over and take each one of them. I don't want to.
Hey, if you do, take the one that's blowed up. It's got the plastic like mine. It's in the wide AR.
One that runs.
Take a good one if you're going to take something. I got enough. No, that one's got wide A-arms on it.
I don't care. You think I'm a fat ass going to push it back?
I got a scratch.
Oh, he's got aftermarket suspension.
Yes, it's wide. That's what I said. I'll give you one of mine.
Oh yeah, well, aftermarket shit.
Just tell me what you're going to do.
There's a great.
It's been a while since I did some of
You put it over there. Come on, Jerry. Get your head out of your ass. Focus, Daniel-san. No, it's Jerry's son.
Oh.
You want me to frickin' hold it too?
Well, I didn't.
All right, Brad, where are we?
No, I don't do that. Get out of here.
Anything, a shorter bolt.
Come on.
Hammer. Hammer.
Fernando.
Hernando, all right.
That's it.
And you're riding the LTZ 400?
Yes, sir.
What you got done to it?
Stock.
It looks square, but
That's it.
Stock. Goes where you need it to though, right?
Yes, sir. It's a 4-stroke
the
though.
nut in here. Run the bolt through and put the nut on the inside.
It's pulled me around a few times.
Either that or not.
It's good for idling around.
Uh-huh.
Going through the whole way, you gotta make it.
Come on, Billy.
All right, Rush, you're on video. Where are you at?
I'm in Hernando doing some hill climbing.
And what bike do you ride?
250R right there.
This 250R right here.
Yep.
Nice. What do you got done to it?
It's got a an LA sleeve 310 kit on it, a custom front end, a bunch of parts from Jason Hall, and a custom set of forks that were sprung by House of Horsepower.
You got inverted forks?
Yep, inverts. And the handlebars are a set of flex bars with I forget what the grips are, but the what else is done to it? Got a ESR pipe, and I don't know what your wheels are you're letting me use today, but
They're something I got off of eBay for like 150 bucks shipped. They
certainly work good on a stock swing arm. I can contest to that.
yeah, they work pretty good.
Yeah.
Look at your bike here. Pretty nice cherry machine.
Just a little dirt on the handlebars.
Yeah, see, like this right around in here, and
That only gets there one way.
you can see a little bit right here still. Sand gear paddle tires.
There you go.
They work good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So later that night at Scott's house where we normally park at, they were having a big bonfire and party to get together. So this is one of the few nights that I actually did an overnight trip.
Hey, there's a fire! Now that's a fire!
As it gets brighter, you can see that's actually a pretty good sized fire. That's a full-size Polaris Ranger there on the left-hand side. Whew.
You got people in the frame?
Yeah, I got people in the Ranger over there.
Good look.
Yeah, that's a big son of a bitch. So So then later on in the night, after the fire had burnt down some, we came back and it looked really cool from where we were staying that, and I went and grabbed the camera and shot a little more video. It actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would the way I was looking through the viewfinder at the time. Pretty sweet looking.
Look at this thing on the screen. Isn't that badass looking? Hell yeah. Wow, it looks pretty good too. That'll look good on the video.
Can you hear voices in it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say though.
My first trip down to Hernando earlier in November, my girlfriend Whitney went with me, and in some of these areas, riding double in the off-camber areas on the three-wheelers, a little bit hairy. So Alan let us double up on his Banshee, and he rode the 250R around a little bit, particularly through this area where just some of the off-camber stuff was a little bit much for two people riding together. That's Matt on the YFZ. He's the one that did the loop earlier in the video. Yeah, Alan's Banshee had clutch pieces break apart and it got into crank seal, so it was stuck in oil on the one cylinder. It wasn't running right. Again, this is another good place. Look to your left. You can see how steep the angles actually are there. Jared been trying to weave his way back and forth between all the trees and stuff on that hill several times. That was the first time he actually made it. I think in 4 or 5 tries. This is Matt's brother here. I thought he was going to eat shit at the end, but he saved it.
Oh.
He'll climb one on a Bayou 220. Go figure. You gotta watch this one a couple times, but he actually gets caught on a root there, and that's what screwed him up. Caught the front wheel, twisted it. It's funny as you're watching the video, you can see the other different riding styles everybody has. Like I said earlier, I tend to stand up a lot. see these guys are kind of sitting down more and more comfortable. Even little Jerry, whenever he's on the 250R, he's kind of sitting down more and kind of using his weight to his advantage to get traction, where I'm having more to kind of stand up and throw my weight around on the bike. Starting on that side of the tree at the bottom is a really difficult line because you have to kind of turn as you're coming up, and you lose a lot of momentum when you do. It's a lot more tricky. Yeah, Matt's brother here, he gets a little sideways as he's coming up the hill and just about runs me over. I wasn't expecting him to come up that line, so I had to move my ass to keep from getting hit. On Sunday afternoon, we ran across this pit that looks like it used to be rode in a lot and really active at one point, but all the trails were all grown up and didn't look like it had been back to a lot of years. Jerry found this spot at the end of it that looked like he wanted to climb, so he had to do some clearing, and we all set up there to do one of the first climbs of that pit in probably 20 years or better. This has been a long video, but thanks for sticking with it. Hope you enjoyed it. This is some more footage of that big area that we kind of rediscovered Sunday afternoon right before I left. Big climbs in there. It's going to provide a lot of good footage and fun for us in the near future. So subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already. Check us out and post more videos, see some stuff that we keep doing and riding at down here. It's an awesome area.